Hi guys! I'm really nervous to be filming in public like this. I thought I'd try to expose myself because I do have a lot of work this week. We are now expected to go to the office more, and so I thought I'd try to kind of bring my work out and the work outside more. So I'm trying to expose myself to vlogging outdoors a little bit more, and it's kind of scary actually. Right now we're currently at the airport and there's a 2-hour delay for our flight, so I'm going to get some work done. I don't think I was too productive the previous week while I'm in Houston, but my goal for this week is to finish working on the July mail club. I will also be packing orders that I wasn't able to get to during my time in Houston. So first, let me go grab some food really quickly from the lounge, and then I'll be right back. So I got my food. I got it was bread, and I think this one is missing a piece of chicken and some crackers. While I'm waiting, besides uploading these videos to my Google Drive, I also started typing out the scripts for a tutorial on how I color. If you're interested, I've already edited and uploaded the video to my channel. I don't really script my vlog since I tend to film on a whim, but for my tutorials, I feel like a script helps guide me on what to say and prevent me from leaving out information. Most of my tutorial scripts are planned with ideas listed on short bullet points. This gives me a reference of what I need to say, but it still allows me to say what I want to say during the recording process. We're gonna be boarding soon, so we're packing up. I was pretty productive. I was able to almost finish my script for my YouTube tutorial on coloring. The plane for our flight back was super delayed, and we finally got onto the plane around 7 p.m. For our ride home, there was no Wi-Fi, so we were not able to access anything online. But it's usually the perfect scenario for me because it forces me to be productive for the next couple hours because the only thing I can do is to draw. So I focused a lot of my time and energy to complete the rest of the line art that I needed to work on before I got back to New York City. Surprisingly, I wasn't sleepy at all during this 5-hour flight and ended up getting a lot of work done. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of evening flights because usually it meant getting back to New York at a really late time during the night, and I'm usually so sleepy. I cannot keep myself awake. My body literally forces me to have a curfew of around 11 p.m. and whenever it's past that time, I'm usually very drowsy. But we made it back to New York by midnight and we got home around 1 a.m. So you best believe I slept in the next day. Today I'm going to be packing my June Mail Club rewards. This month I decided that I wanted to try to write letters, and to try to make it as light as possible, I only decided to use half of a paper. So here's how it looks. I also tried to include some fun elements to make it cuter, and I hope that you have a fun time reading this letter. While I'm working on my mail club and packing everything, I'm going to give you guys all a little bit of a stat. This is probably the sunniest spot here. Look at the sunlight. I love the shadow right now. It's so pretty. I need to take some videos of this really quickly. So for June, I have 137 members, which has been pretty consistent so far. So April, May, and June, I've been around 137 to 35, which is pretty good for me. I'm a little bit nervous because I feel like my mail club has not been growing lately, and it's probably because of how bad I've been promoting it. I barely post about my mail club lately. Hopefully, I have more time in the future to kind of promote. I think the lack of my marketing and posting strategy is what's causing a lack of sign up, because people do discover my mail and people do sign up, and I do also have some cancellations along the way. I'm just showing off my mail too late over the month. Besides that, this month the USPS also increased the postage cost by 5 cents. It went from 77 to 82 or somewhere along there. And then for international, it's now 175 cents, which means for my everything tier, which includes the 2 postcards, 3 sticker sheets, and 2 die cut stickers. Since they are at 2 ounces, it actually cost me $3.50, which is a 10-cent increase from last month. I'm still going to be keeping free free shipping, but I do think that because of the postage cost, my earnings are also a little bit lower now. I don't think I ever unboxed the print on my vlog, so you probably will be also seeing it first time here since I did the unboxing via a reel instead. But I think the colors turned out super lovely this month, and I'm so happy with how everything came out. Again, I wished I had more time to promote my mail club because I do think it deserved a little more attention. It's okay. If anyone missed June's month, I will have plenty of extra up on my shop for you to collect. Every month, I try to weigh my mail before I send them out just to make sure that everything's under the correct weight limit. But for some reason this month, the sticker tier, which I am currently packing in the video, is 0.8 ounces, which means that it's lighter than the usual weight by 0.1 ounce. And let me tell you, I cannot believe how that was possible because I did not change anything about the way I pack my mail, and I even included a letter, and for some reason it still ended up being lighter, so I measured it 3 times to make sure I was not hallucinating. But since it turned out to be lighter, it means that I can probably continue sending out letters to all of my members every month. And then I had this crazy revelation of spreading all of the mail club items out on the floor like they were goodie bags. And let me tell you, this was probably the worst idea I ever had because my back was hunched over for the next couple hours just trying to pack them all up. But at the end it was all worth it because it's so satisfying to see all of the envelopes packed together, and I love how the custom envelopes make it look extra pretty. Something I am really scared of admitting is that I've been so anxious about going to the office, and I've been feeling this way for a really long time, but because rules are rules, I ended up still going anyway, and I found a little quiet spot for me to kind of sit and do my work, which I actually later found out was not allowed because I was supposed to sit with my team instead. But to comfort myself, I did get some yummy food and a nice little drink, which did make my day a little bit better. So I did a consignment shop back in January, and my consignment ended in April. I thought today would be a good day since I have some time to unbox my products that got returned to me after my consignment that didn't get sold. I've been sitting on this box for almost 2.5 months now, so I don't really remember what I put on my shop. So this is my first consignment experience, and overall I think it went pretty well, but I think I sent out too many items at once. I got back a lot of items. A lot of these items were seasonal, which meant that they were meant to be for Halloween and Christmas, and I had my consignment shop during January through April when I really should have provided more spring related products so that way it could be more in season. I think I sent out 20 sheets of each design, and while a lot of them sold, I still have so much left that I wasn't able to send new products to the shop, and I wasn't really great at tracking what products were out. All of the items were still pretty much in stock because there were still 10 to 15 left of each item, and I made around 100 to 150 after all of the fees per month. I felt like I could have done a better job if I sent out less items and more variety, so maybe 5 to 10 sheets of the same design, and then be able to swap them out each month or send in new designs, so that way the items gets recycled, and when people revisit or come back, they will see that I have new stuff instead of seeing the same stuff over and over again. And I think that is just a lesson I should have learned. But I guess it was coming from a standpoint of worry about like, oh, whatever runs out really quick, when that wasn't really the case at all. If I were to do a future consignment shop, I would definitely send more variety but less of each item to just have more space. It is a good source of income, and it's most of the work is just when you send out the item. There's not a lot of work in terms of selling or marketing, since the store itself will be having your product listed. And for the items, I did list the products a little bit higher than what you'd find on my shop, because the store does take a 20% cut of my sales, so I wanted to account for that when I listed my items. The good news about having items in a consignment shop is there's no shipping on the customer. Lastly, I have each sticker in like these plastic sleeves. I'm not gonna be removing them from the plastic sleeves because I feel like they would become wasteful, and if you were to order any of these stickers, these plastic sleeves will be on there, and I hope that you can find a good use for it besides throwing them out or repackaging them. So yeah, overall, great experience and nothing bad to say. I hope to find more consignment shops in the future and do it all over again with all of the lessons that I've learned from this one. I just got a huge order of all my packaging supplies. I get a lot of questions about where I get my packing and shipping supplies, and we don't gatekeep here, so here is my packaging supply dealer. The Boxery is my one-stop shop for packaging supplies. On their site, you can find everything that you'll need for running your small business. They have corrugated boxes, stretch wrap, mailers, poly bags, and packing labels and slips. And because they have everything, I can literally stop worrying about trying to find the supplies I need. When I started selling sticker books and tote bags, I was really worried that I wouldn't have the perfect size box to fit these products. The Boxery have so many box sizes that I don't have this worry anymore. So let's unbox my haul together, and I'll be attaching images of everything I got, and feel free to check the link in the description below to check out the Boxery site for yourself. The first thing that I got was a cellophane tape dispenser. It allows you to use tape that are up to 1 inch wide or up to 3 inch wide. I got them for my washi tape because I wanted a way to easily seal my packaging with different washi tape designs. Next, I got some 2-inch carton sealing dispenser. I have a lot of clear tape and I always struggle to open and cut the tape, so I think this will help make my packing process a little bit easier. I tried testing it on some boxes and it was so fun and quick and easy. I also ordered some boxes for when I get large orders. The first one is a tab locking box or a tucker mailer. Since most of my postcards and stickers are around 6 by 4 inches, I end up getting a 6 by 5 by 3 inch size box to account for bubble wrap and padding. And I was curious to see which box I would like to use more, so I also got a corrugated shipping box. The size for this is 7 by 5 by 3 inches, so it's slightly bigger in case I need some more room. Both boxes are super sturdy and really good quality. And last but not least, my stock of bubble mailers was running low, so I had to restock on these and got around 250 pieces. The bubble mailers are so soft and I love how cushiony it is. They came at the perfect timing because I have some orders that I needed to get started on, so let's start packing. And if you're looking for packing supplies, check out the link in my description box below for the link to the Boxery. And so since I've been messing up my orders a little bit, I've been using this app called ScanRabbit, which is connected to my Shopify. It will let me pick out the order that I want. So this order number is 225. And what it does is it lets me scan QR codes or just check it off here. So for some of the items, I already did the QR code for them, so I'm just gonna scan them really quickly. But since I eventually kind of got lazy with the QR codes, I don't have it for all of the stickers, but I think I'll go back and start doing them again because this helps me make sure that all of my orders are counted for and I'm not making any mistakes. Okay, I finished scanning all the QR codes, so I'm going to go through them now and check off the ones that don't have any QR codes and manually check them off. And then once I have confirmed that I have everything, it will be all items are scanned, and then I can mark it as packed. And it will tag that order in Shopify so I know that I've already packed it. So this was actually one of the orders I messed up previously, so I am going to include the missing item. I just finished packing. Now I'm going to restock my sticker bin. Here's how much stickers that got used up during my packing process. So we're going to refill it. I tried to keep around 20 stickers here so that it's easy to grab instead of having to search through a bigger pile. The popular ones, I keep around 30 pieces in here, and then the less popular ones, I keep around 20. I've gotten a little bit lazy with the QR codes. I think the last time I tagged them was back in December. I'm just quickly going to go through them and re-tag the ones that are missing QR codes so that it's easier for me to scan them. And then my goal is probably to do this with memo pads, washi tapes, and any item that has an outer packaging or a backing, so that way I don't actually end up ruining my own product. So right now we're going to go to Shopify, and the app I use, it's called Retail Barcode Labels. So I did have some presets that I made for Dymo. We're gonna go with this square one. So I'm going to be using these. These are 2x7 labels. They're only really used on the Dymo label maker, and these were actually for my boyfriend, and so this is compatible with the 2x7 thermal label, which I don't use because I use 6x4 shipping labels. So because I don't really have a purpose for these, I'm going to repurpose them into QR code labels just so they don't go to waste. So the first sticker that we're going to do is the Bunny Club. I think there are 16 here, which I think is a perfect number. I mean, I think it still works. Try it out and see. Okay, so the QR scanner still picks it up, so this works. So let's attach them to our sticker. I only did 14, so honestly, I'm pretty sure that I could have made it even smaller and fit more into the design, but it's okay. I will try again with my next sheet and maybe make a little bit more. And here's a little trick. Even if you cut them in half, the QR codes will still work because it's based on the lines. So this is how I save space for my barcodes. And then I'm gonna do the next few. Okay, it's 9:46 right now, so I think I'm gonna take a break and continue the rest tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Bye! I didn't record too much of my mail club progress after getting back from Houston, but I started the coloring process for July's mail club in my coloring tutorial, which is now up on my channel, and I'm just finishing it off. I'm currently working on the washi tape, which I'll be adding as a bonus for the members of the Everything tier in my mail club. Back in June, I created a reel asking about additional inclusions that mail club members would like to see each month, and some of the suggestions were a coloring page, washi tape, and many random items. I really like the idea idea of having a random surprise item in the mail, so I thought I'd try to do that each month. For July, I decided to try making washi tape stickers. To be honest, I would love to make more washi tape designs, but because of the limitations to ship to certain countries and that I don't have enough space for such bulky inventory, I've been thinking about making washi tape stickers where the stickers are in washi tape shapes but flat as in stickers. This will allow people to buy the washi tapes because they will be flat items, and it will also be easier for me to store. And then I think if there are any designs that I really like, then I might make them into actual washi tapes in the future. For the washi tape designs, I had so much fun creating all of the fun patterns, and I really enjoyed the colors this month. After finishing the washi tape, the last thing to complete was the postcard backing. Every month I try to make the backing a fun design. I want to bring a smile to both the sender and receiver of the postcard as it goes from one person to the other, and I love the designs I've made so far. Once this is done, here's all of the final look, and I'll be sending them to my sticker manufacturer tonight. This was definitely a longer, chattier vlog, but I hope you enjoyed watching, and see you next time. Bye!